What is up, YouTube? Frost the Hobidon here, and today we are back with another Death Battle reaction video. And this Death Battle is going to be Silver the Hedgehog from the Archie comics versus Trunks from Dragon Ball Heroes. I'm going to be talking a lot about this, and I got a lot to say. And if you haven't checked out the original video on this, go check it out for yourself. I will leave a link in the description down below, so you guys can watch it for yourself. And I will be pausing it a lot to talk about what's going on, what they say, what they discuss, and my thoughts on it, and my information of what I know for those who don't know. So, Archie Silver versus Xeno Trunks. As I know, let's just say Sonic characters don't have a good reputation. Against Dragon Ball Z characters. But if you're taking characters from the Archie universe, anything goes. So, I'm going to be rooting, as much as I know Trunks might win this, I'm going to be rooting for Silver. And I'm expecting Silver, I'm hoping Silver win this, because it is Archie comic book Silver, because, let's be honest, video game Silver is, nowadays, is not that powerful, because Sega doesn't focus on Silver the Hedgehog, sadly. But the Silver in the Archie comics has a whole lot of feats, and hopefully they're going to discuss that in this death battle. So, who you think is going to win this? Let me know. Let me know in the chat right now, and let's get on to this reaction, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go! All right, let's do this. Death battle.
Trunks briefs, time cop of the Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Yes.
Silver the Hedgehog, secret freedom fighter from Archie Sonic.
While the
Secret freedom fighter. In case you don't know about this, Silver became a member of the secret freedom fighters in the Archie comics during the pre-timeline, before the reboot would happen. Yeah, he meets some new characters such as Shard, the Metal Sonic that a lot of fans like, but we can't have him because Sega says they can only be one Metal Sonic, and that Metal Sonic is the one from the games. Continue.
These two temporal warriors may be well known. Today, we're looking at their counterparts from alternate universes.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, we're doing this pixels. Alright, we never had Sonic in 3D
Everyone
models.
knows Trunks is the coolest Dragon Ball character.
Yes, he
Don't
is.
lie. When he showed up to prove Goku wasn't the only Super Saiyan around, you popped a Shenron in your pants.
I wouldn't say it like that. Oh man, I would not say it like that. He was one of the coolest characters when he first showed his appearance. Oh man, it was a cool moment.
His entire world slaughtered by a deadly android duo, and
The
using
evil
his mother's
androids,
time machine to
17
hop to
and
the
18.
past to make things right, Trunks made his triumphant return to his own time period.
Yes, Future 17 and Future 18 are dead, and they were fully evil due to Dr. Gero had more time corrupting their mindsets and taking away their human assets as well. What makes them human a lot more. Because 17 and 18 in the current timeline, they are still human. They still half human. They are cyborgs, and they didn't lose their humanity. They had a chance to live on.
But for this version of Trunks, that's where things start to get a bit different.
Right.
When he was intercepted by this JoJo posing fairy chick.
The Supreme Kai of Time, Cronoa.
Cronoa.
She watches over all of time in the Dragon Ball universe, and was forced to arrest Trunks for his alterations to multiple timelines.
And of course, he's also Nylon and Trunks' boss. Although Nylon somewhat works for Trunks. Nylon mostly listens to her, and Nylon did get in trouble changing a timeline, something about a timeline where Radix survives and Gine went to Earth with Goku instead. So that new timeline, and he's put in charge of making sure that timeline doesn't get messed up, doesn't interfere with the main timeline. Isn't that something that you got in trouble for, Nylon? Yes, I got in trouble for that. Thank you for reminding me that. Yeah, I'm watching this as well. So, but Frost is going to be doing all the talking. And I'll share my thoughts on it. Yeah, I got in trouble, but hey, stuff happens. Nylon's going to be watching this. And sorry to bust your chops there.
Welcome to the world of Disney's Loki. Oh, sorry, Dragon Ball Heroes.
I like that
Alternate
series.
Universe. No, Xenoverse.
Super Dragon Ball Heroes and Xenoverse are based on the expanded lore of the extended Dragon Ball Online, all of which are exclusive in this analysis. I have not got a chance to play Dragon Ball Online, but Nylon was designed after. Fun fact: Nylon was designed after the Dragon Ball Online character, the warrior that fought the Dark Namekian in the tournament in the opening trailer for Dragon Ball Online. That's who Nylon is based on. That warrior never had a name, so hey, he was named Nylon. For breaking the fourth wall out there, that my creator created Nylon and gave him the name based on the online character from Dragon Ball Online. So now you know. Okay, continue.
Where every Dragon Ball story has its own canon timeline. Kinda like if some nerd's weird
Amazing World of Gumball
became totally official. And it rocks.
Unlike his more well-known counterpart, this Trunks was made to atone for his crimes against time by joining Cronoa's secret enforcers,
the Time Patrollers. Okay, full name, Trunks Briefs, we know. He's 5 feet and 7 inches tall. He's 132 pounds. He is 30 years old. Okay, he's 30. He's not a teenager in this one. All right, Operation The Time Patrollers. The son of Vegeta and Bulma. Secret Identity, The Great Saiyaman 3. Oh, I remember that game. Dragon Ball Online, the video game for the Switch. He was wearing that armored suit of the Great Saiyaman and had a sword. So Trunks was wearing that as a superhero, somewhat of a superhero thing. It looks really cool. I like the armor design. He was inspired by a Yu-Gi-Oh card named Tyler. I did not know. So yeah, Trunks was inspired by a Yu-Gi-Oh card named Tyler. Good to know. Now you guys know. Enjoy card games and drinking Heat-Tap. Oh, Team 4-star reference for the Heat-Tap motion. Is Kaiser going to be voicing Trunks in this? I hope so.
the Time Patrol.
I'll give you one try to guess what the Time Patrol does.
We know.
But hey, even if it wasn't on
It's
his
Nylon's
list
job.
for the week, Trunks is the perfect
Along with
guy
the other
to
Time
the whole
Patrollers.
multiverse. He has the usual collection of the Saiyans' key
Yeah, he
powers,
gets more
but also a
transformations than
magic
his main
sword straight
counterpart.
from The hero of time. No, not him.
Not
him.
Link. Not him.
That guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Even with the differing timelines, it's heavily implied this Trunks has lived all the way through some variation of the Goku Black Saga.
While a version of Trunks from Dragon Ball Super appears in Heroes, both versions of Trunks share the similar history. Got it.
Therefore, he possesses all powers the original Trunks has, including the ability to assume the golden form of the Super Saiyan.
Of course.
And gathering ki from other life forms to make this ultra huge laser sword.
Yes, the Spirit Sword technique. Let's see. God Ki and Normal Ki. His attacks, Burning Attack, which he is popular for, the Buster Cannon, Gallic Gun, Final Flash, and Flight. Healing, Maximum Heat Dome Attack, Masenko, and Sword of Hope technique, where he used to finish off Zamasu. And Heat Dome Attack, get out of my, you know this move, roll the clip.
Get out of my f***ing timeline!
There you go. You remember that move from Team 4-Star, Maximum Heat Dome. Transformation, Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, third grade. Super Saiyan Rage from the Goku Black Art. We still don't know how he get that form. And Super Saiyan God. Yeah, he gets the new Super Saiyan God form in the Xeno version.
However, he has also performed a divine ritual to unlock godly ki within
That is a
himself,
cool design for
taking on the
Trunks.
incredible red
He
visage
can match
of a
up
Super
with the other
Saiyan
Saiyans.
God.
God power sure does come in handy when he's fighting literal demons, like
Yeah,
when these
Toa and
weirdos
Mira.
revive Mechikabura,
Toa
the
and Mira.
ruler of the demon realm, causing all
Mechanora.
sorts of time breaks across the Xenoverse. It's kind of a mess. Look,
Yeah, the war is kind of crazy for these Time Patrollers. It's the Time Breakers, the demons that mess up the timeline, versus the Time Patrollers, which Nylon is a member of. Nylon helps out a lot as much as he can with other Time Patrollers to fix up the messes that's happening in the world in the Dragon Ball universe.
Lucky for us, Jocelyn's even nerdier than Wiz. What useless knowledge have you got for us today?
Come on!
Come on, dude. Knowledge is never useless.
That is
okay,
true.
So all the major timelines in Dragon Ball Heroes are recorded in tomes called the Scrolls of Eternity.
Scrolls of
Anytime somebody
Eternity, that's what they're
hopscotches through
called.
Time, another one of these scrolls poofs into existence. There's just one teensy little problem. There can only be so many scrolls. Once you hit the limit, surprise, you just triggered Cosmic Armageddon. And
Okay, so there's a limit to these scrolls. Nylon, can you explain? Yes, there is a huge limit. There's a lot of these scrolls here. I'm at the time that's right now. Yeah, there's certain scrolls that I made one scroll. The one where I saved Gine's life from the destruction of planet Vegeta and center the Earth with Goku, where Goku is still known as Kakarot and Goku. Like you can call him Kakarot. He's aware of his real name, but he still likes to be called Goku. And I changed the part where Radix survives, or what if Radix turned good? Watch Masako X's channel for that. Watch Masako X's channel of the What If series of what if Gine went to Earth with Goku and what if Radix turned good. That's basically what the timeline is, and I tried mixing those two up together, but still remain faithful to the main timeline, so it won't go out of hand. Still following the timeline in its own separate universe. Cronola did not like that, so I'm responsible for that time scroll of eternity that keeps each scroll contains its own time universe, Dragon Ball universe. And I have one in my possession that controls Gine and Radix turning good. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Nylon. And now we're back to the video.
And that's not even counting all the lesser timelines branching off the main ones. Trunks and Co. have to keep track of.
You Z-rank every single one of
Trunks and
those?
the Time Patrol
Cool.
are some of the only peeps
I only
who
got
can
S
time warp
ranks at
without
best.
causing these distortions, thanks to unique devices like this armband.
Those
That was Pan, by the way. That was Xeno Pan.
sometimes the
She doesn't go
patrolman
Super
gets
Saiyan
ballsy
and still
tries to
can't.
mess with time themselves, like when Silas tried to rewrite Dragon Ball Heroes, both the world and the game. Oh yeah, did we mention that? The universe is an arcade game in its own universe.
Yes, that is true. The Dragon Ball Heroes in this world, they're game cards.
Yes and no. In the far-off future of the Xenoverse,
The far-off future, very far-off future, Dragon Ball Heroes arcade game is a detached or either a method of time travel for virtual realities, where either way, the methods of visiting other periods of time within the multiverse history of Dragon Ball. So these kids can visit points of the timeline in virtual reality with these cards.
the Dragon Ball Heroes arcade game essentially serves as another
That kid is named Beat.
method of time travel, allowing future warriors to visit iconic moments in the past.
So much for preventing the Ragnarok of the multiverse or whatever.
That's where those lesser time branches come in. They don't count.
Right.
Just because.
These machines also send an avatar of the player back.
Right. The characters in the people in the Dragon Ball Heroes who play the games in the Dragon Ball universe future, they become these characters in the avatar, helping out the time patrollers.
In time, complete with an assortment of collectible cards that can summon facsimiles of well-known characters.
So basically, Yu-Gi-Oh! That you can just summon if you have if you have Super Saiyan God Goku in a card, you can just summon him out, and Super Saiyan God Goku can help you out in a battle.
That's right. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a rare reverse holo now.
Trunks himself is an avid fan, along with his disciples Beat and Note. Fun fact.
See, Beat and Note. These two are boyfriend and girlfriend apparently in the series. And what?
Beat is a descendant of GT Goku.
Oh, I did not know that. I didn't know that about GT Goku is Beat's ancestor. Keep in mind, I said GT Goku. So Xeno Goku is basically GT Goku all grown up after the end of GT, where he's an adult again. And he's now helping the time patrollers. Nice.
Trunks even funded a dual disc style hero switch so he can use his cards on the go.
I told you I'm going to be
thought
talking a
Trunks
lot
was
in
cool
this.
before he went full Seto Kaiba. Hell, he somehow made the Great Saiyaman look badass.
Yeah, it's like I said, Great Saiyaman 3 armor.
That's how you put
I like that sword.
polish on disappointment. and I thought that was pretty damn impossible.
All these powers, gadgets, and cards certainly came in handy against foes like Mechikabra.
Yes.
But they weren't always enough. Even Super Saiyan 4 Vegito had trouble fighting the Demon King, who created
Yeah,
a
this
black
gets
hole
weird.
to consume
Weird
every
transformations. They
timeline
get
in
to
the
go nuts
multiverse.
with these.
Until Trunks broke out the ultimate Deus Ex Machina, the Key Sword. No, not that one.
Not that one.
That one, yeah.
Oh,
This epic
that.
blade isn't just a sword. It can
That looks
completely
cool.
shut down an opponent's powers. And
It
thanks
can
to
shut
being
down
powered
people's
by
powers.
Pinky over there, it can summon the power of the Eternal Time Labyrinth. Which is just really fun to say.
Oh.
Well, even more fun, it traps targets in the crack of time, a bubble of reality outside all.
So that's what this location is in the Xenoverse world, and I think Nylon told me about it. The crack of time. He's fought Demigra and other demonic and Deborah in this world. I paid some visits to Nylon's dimension with the we have a temple in my city where I can visit multiple universes. I have no limit to what dimension I can go to.
All timelines with windows into others. And the Key Sword was powerful enough to finish off Mechikabra in a single strike.
Obviously, this
Okay.
puts Xeno Trunks in the upper echelons of Dragon Ball power levels.
Okay, let's see. Let's see his feats. He sparred and trained with Beerus and Whis, surpassed main timeline Goku in speed and power, trained the Dragon Ball warriors of Note and Beat. He traveled the timeline across the Dragon Ball Z, Super, and GT. Comparable to future warriors who damaged the crack of time, he has defeated Frieza, Cooler, 17, 18, Demon God Demigra, and Mira. Has one-shotted Mimikara, who's consumed all of time and space within a black hole with that sword of his.
Even eclipsing the main timeline's Goku, who could destroy the universe up to 13 times over when he first channeled Super Saiyan God.
So he's basically stronger than Goku when Goku first achieved Super Saiyan God. Goku in Dragon Ball Super who first achieved Super Saiyan God, not the Goku of right now. So he's somewhat stronger than that.
The same Goku who could push through Hit's time skips and could fly from Grand Kai's planet to Hell in less than a minute.
Considering the distance between these two realms as displayed in this canon visual model, that would require speeds over 29 quintillion times faster than light.
Nice.
And that was even before going God, let alone getting training from Whiskey.
Whis, buddy.
Whis. And many of Trunks' patrol buddies are just as impressive. Like you! Well, the you who battled Demigra in the Xenoverse game when he had control over all time and space, or the you who fought the demon Shamel who threatened the whole multiverse. You are technically a canon character in Dragon Ball.
Yay! Those who play Dragon Ball Xenoverse are now canon to the Dragon Ball Z timeline in the multiverse. Well, not canon to the main timeline, but the multiverse itself. Anything is canon. The multiverse is canon.
Congrats, I guess. Maybe now you
So,
can
hey,
throw that
Nylon, you're
tummy
somewhat
out for
canon.
real. Oh, come on, you know you want to.
So the bad guys better watch out, cause Trunks and his time cops will always be there to stop them and protect time itself.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So Nylon, what are your thoughts? I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. I'm rooting for my boss Trunks to win this. You're rooting for Silver, aren't you? You know it. You know that. Of course you know that I'm going to be rooting for Silver. He's my buddy. All right, next one is Silver. Archie Silver. I'm going to be talking a lot more now.
3437 PXE.
3437
The world of
PXE.
Mobius
The
has
future.
entered an era of darkness.
Yeah.
This savage future has been ravaged by unending fires, giant monsters, ecological disasters, and general dystopia of all kinds.
Okay, the whole giant let's see these
Fires, giant
the destruction that's on okay, let's see. Mobius in the future has some devastations, mostly caused by Dr. Robotnik, not Ixis Nagus from the Archie comics, and Mammoth Mongol, who just let things happen. If you read the Archie comics. That Chaos version right there, that is Chaos. That is a fusion of Perfect Chaos and Tikal, who was merged into one and turned evil because of Shadow the Hedgehog in this universe turned evil and wants to kill everyone in the name of Maria. This version of Shadow stayed evil in that timeline. The multiverse was crazy in the Sonic universe.
And monsters, ecological disaster.
Space colony Ark crash landed and was destroyed and landed on the surface of Mobius.
Disasters and general dystopia of all kinds.
And these robots who patrol and enslave innocent people, that happened in the reboot universe of the Archie timeline, where the reboot is more of the games mixed with SatM and Adventures timeline.
But standing against this harsh and bleak reality is a lone hero. A young hedgehog with silver quills named,
Silver!
So, yeah, comic book Silver doesn't sound too different from the one in the video games, right? Don't count on it. This is the same comic where all the tales in the multiverse fuse together into this monstrosity.
Titan Tales.
So strap
oh
in for
man.
a wild ride.
This is called Titan Tales. A whole bunch of tales merged into this thing and defeated Mammoth Mongol, who was destroying multiverses.
With no family to speak of,
Full name, Silver the Hedgehog. He is 3 feet and 3 inches tall, 77 pounds. He is 14 years old, just like his game counterpart. Born in the future, 200 years in the future. A member of the Secret Freedom Fighters and codename Agent Ace. I'll name Agent Ace. Agent Ace is it was given to him by an owl named Harvey Who. The Archie Comics timeline is weird because different writers.
Silver was taken in by the last elders of his damaged world.
That's an
including
Echidna.
the immortal Wizard of Chaos.
One of Knuckles'
Mammoth
ancestors
Mogul.
in that universe.
Silver's goal
Mammoth
was to
Mongol.
become a Knight of Cronus, a time-traveling warrior who could save the future by changing the past.
Silver's base abilities
Echidnas in the
include
Archie
super
universe, they
strength and
age
super
very
speed,
slowly.
though not quite at the same level as those of Knuckles or Sonic.
Right, he is nowhere near Knuckles' level of strength in the Archie universe, and nowhere near as fast as Sonic.
Respectively.
Well, that's okay, because he's got his own special weapon, Mind Bullets.
And more. A lot more. Silver possesses the rare power of
He managed to stop
psychokinesis,
Super
allowing him
Scourge
to move himself
temporarily.
or other objects around with just his thoughts. He can move anything from rocks to skyscrapers to entire mountains.
But
This owl right here, that is Harvey who made Silver a member of the Secret Freedom Fighters. He's been helping out the Freedom Fighters in the shadows for Sonic and Sally and the others. And there's Shard the Metal Sonic, where Sega did not want this character to exist anymore because there can only be one Metal Sonic. And who is this Lynx character? That is Larry the Lynx. His special ability is bad luck abilities. He can jinx powers. He can cause bad luck towards himself and everyone around him with his thoughts.
that's not all he's got up his sleeves. Gloves. He always keeps a warp ring on hand. A size-shifting power ring
Warp
that can
rings.
teleport him anywhere he likes.
In the Archie universe, these warp rings are created by an evil white echidna named Dr. Finitivus. He is an evil echidna who wants to destroy everyone and everything. He treats people like test subjects. He's a messed up character, and the heroes manage to take those warp rings from him and use them for themselves. Finitivus does not care because he has an unlimited supply. I don't know where he gets these warp rings. He created them in the Archie universe, not in the games, because Finitivus does not exist in the games. Although he was inspired by a glitch, which Starline was inspired by.
Even other dimensions.
And he can access the insight, resistances to corruption, and power boosts many other Mobians can attain with
Yeah, power rings are a huge power boost in these.
usual power rings.
With all this, he was a shoo-in for school with the Woolly Mammoth Mage. Thanks to Mogul, Silver
Mammoth Mongol was a villain. He's a ripoff of Vandal Savage from the DC Comics and the Kingpin. That's basically who Mammoth Mongol is. He slept next to a Chaos Emerald radiating with energy, just like Vandal Savage, lived for thousands of years, and he's from the time the Mobians were a thing to the future with Silver's timeline. So he's over 10,000 years old, and he's now Silver's mentor.
got to learn about two other magic abilities he'd soon master. First up,
Chaos Control.
The magic Mogul pioneered himself centuries ago. This is the stuff Sonic and friends used to shoot pew-pews and turn into super not Saiyans.
Then Mogul discovered
Sonic.
another
Super
magic,
Silver.
Chronos Control. With
Chronos Control. This is, for those who don't know what Chrono Control is, this is requiring a time stone. The same time stones from Sonic CD. You know, when you fight Metal Sonic and where Amy Rose first introduced. Silver requires a time stone in order to use Chronos control, similar to how he needs a Chaos Emerald to use Chaos control. Chronos control allows Silver to travel through time, from the past, present, and future. This would be an excuse to how Silver is able to travel back in time in the video games, but Sega said no, the time stones don't exist in modern Sonic, only in the classic era, in Little Planet.
This, Silver can move through time with very little effort, made even easier thanks to his Time Stone, a gem that governs time itself.
On the Little Planet, and this device here is a time stone, as well as surrounded by 7 time stones. This device came from the Sonic Satian TV show, where Sonic and Princess Sally went back in time to try and stop Robotnik's invasion, but it still happened due to Sonic messing up the timeline, thinking about a chili dog, of course. And they did manage to save Rosie the nanny, who was a nanny for both Sonic and Sally in the Satian TV show.
After doing tons of research, Rose, Sylvie, and Mogul discovered that their shitty lives could all be blamed on just one person. Apparently, one of Sonic's own freedom fighters turned traitor and ruined everything. What a twist! So Silver set off with a full arsenal to baby Thanos that bastard.
The way about that, turned out that traitor, Silver went back in time to, he thought it was Sonic due to his powers. Thought Sonic was the traitor because of his extent power. He thought Rotor the Walrus was a traitor because of his name. Rotor was named Boomer instead of Rotor. He thought Antoine was the traitor, but found out that Antoine sacrificed himself to save the prince and when Metal Sonic self-destructed, ordered by Robotnik. So the traitor that Silver was looking for to kill is Princess Sally. Princess Sally, the leader of the Freedom Fighters. Except Sally wasn't the traitor, not by her will. She sacrificed herself to stop Robotnik's worldwide roboticizer, where she saved the world from being roboticized, but at a cost, she was roboticized. And Robotnik took advantage of that. She weaponized her, tore apart her insides, and added weapons inside her, and added a self-destruct feature, so when Sonic tries to save her, Robotnik can tell it to self-destruct, where Sally would die. So Silver, instead of trying to kill Sally when he found out the truth by the owl, he now wants to save Sally and turn Sally back to normal, to her flesh and blood. And Silver did knock her out. And the Freedom Fighters are going to, and Sonic, Tails, and Amy and Silver are going to take Sally back to Mobotropolis, where she's knocked out in a robot state, until Dr. Robotnik and Dr. Wily reverse the entire universe, causing the reboot. You can blame Ken Pender's lawsuit for that, due to Sonic Chronicles looking too similar, the Echidnas looking too similar to the Dark Legion. It's complicated. They had a crossover with Sonic and Mega Man. Mega Man got back to his timeline, back to normal, but Sonic timeline was rebooted because Robotnik interfered with his chaos control, which the reboot timeline is now about the video games, but with the reboot of the Satium and Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Princess Sally is no longer a robot. She gets a reboot design. She gets ring blades. The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog characters are in there, like Breezy the Hedgehog. She's control of Casino Park. Remember Casino Park from Sonic Heroes? Yeah, remember Sonic Heroes, Casino Park? That level? Yeah, Breezy controls that, and the little behind the scenes of the characters in the video game timeline. So yeah, that's the reboot. That's the reboot timeline. So Silver tried to save Sally when he learns that Sally's not really a traitor, just a character who was turned against her allies against her will. So Silver didn't kill Sally. He tried to save her, but the reboot happened. That's enough of me rambling. And I just said, I know it's confusing. It different writers, lawsuits, and all that. Archie was weird.
Only one problem. The Archie Sonic multiverse is complicated.
Yes, it is.
Complicated barely even cuts it. Jocelyn, how about you take this one?
Okay, Archie Sonic's multiverse is similar in scope to something like DC Comics, with
Pretty
multiple
much.
extra-dimensional layers like the Chaos Force. There are infinite universes with infinite timelines and infinite characters.
Yes, it is.
Sonic needed more of those.
Yeah, a lot of people did not like Sonic having a lot of characters in Archie, and they don't like Sonic having multiple characters. And Sega's having track of keeping up with them.
Including the likes of Mega Man,
Yes.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch,
Yes, Mega Man is in the crossover because Capcom wanted a crossover with Sonic to save their business. They did a crossover again with Worlds Unite with Capcom characters and Sega characters. And sadly, it didn't save Capcom in their comic books. They were canceled. And later on, after Archie Sonic was over, Archie Sonic was canceled, and we got IDW Sonic, which follows after the events of Sonic Forces. And Sabrina the Teenage Witch is part of the Archie universe because of Archie.
and Spawn.
Wait, what?
With the
Yes, Spawn.
Time Stone, Warp Rings, and Cronus Control, no timeline or dimension is out of Silver's reach.
Yeah.
Though, like bad sushi mixed with vodka, time hopping this way had some weird side effects, like decoupling Silver from time. So if he causes a real bad butterfly effect, he doesn't get erased like poor Marty
Right.
McFly. He just has a lot of catching up to do.
Sorry, can you go back to the part about Sonic the Hedgehog meeting Mother Spawn?
Yes. Sonic, Sally, and the Freedom Fighters, and Knuckles met Spawn, the Hell Spawn. In a crossover, Sonic Super Special Comics. Ken Penders wrote that. Ken Penders or Simi Other wrote that in that story. Ken Penders added a crossover between that. I don't know what he was thinking, but apparently that happened.
Needless to say, Silver had a hard time figuring out exactly what he needed to do.
I mean, even if it was more straightforward, he's not exactly the sharpest quill on the hog.
Yeah, he's
Good
not.
thing Archie Silver is way more badass than he was in the video games.
Yes, he
He's
is.
fought all sorts of epic baddies across.
Yeah, this wizard right here is Nagus. He's first introduced in the Sonic Satiam TV show. So Archie didn't create this character. Sega of America for the cartoons did.
Time and space, like Darth Knuckles.
Enerjack.
Gesundheit, who stole
Yeah.
the souls of every Mobian in the world.
Yeah, this is Knuckles in the Archie universe. Enerjack. Enerjack is a godlike being with chaos power, and Knuckles in this future timeline turned evil in the dark timeline. It's weird. Silver went toe-to-toe against him. He defeated Super Sonic and took over the planet.
This guy threw a whole continent at our weed-haired hedgehog. Just
Based on the Mobius world map, Angel Island is approximately 536 kilometers wide, and its weight is over 30 quadrillion megatons.
despite fighting a literal dark god with far more power, Silver won the day by turning evil Knucks' own attacks right back at him.
Yeah, Silver in the Archie universe can throw your energy attacks back at you. So all that power you throw at him, Silver can just throw it back at you. Silver can just throw it back at you, and you take the damage. So that's how he defeated Enerjack, and Enerjack was not happy.
Not too surprising. Silver's psychic powers on their own are strong enough to teleport instantly, disrupt any technology,
Psychokinesis,
close tears
warp
in
ring, time
reality,
stone,
and
super
stop
forms.
time from being pulled out of him.
Also, according
That happened in the reboot universe timeline of Archie.
to the Archie Sonic Comic Encyclopedia, Silver still experienced some version of the events of the Sonic 06 video game.
The events of Sonic 06 somewhat happen in the Archie timeline before the reboot. That explains why I saw Mephiles the Dark in prison during the Scourge the Hedgehog prison break. So Mephiles the Dark somewhat escaped being erased from the timeline in the Archie universe, but was imprisoned by the Zone cops. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
You know, everyone's favorite.
No,
Including the battle
not my
against
favorite.
Solaris,
Not my
which
favorite.
beat Time, where
Solaris is probably the only godly character that is a universal threat.
Silver achieved the
Multiversal
invulnerable
threat.
form of Super Silver.
he gets a major boost to match the speed and power of
Super
Sonic.
Silver.
As Sonic Man, without this supersonic energy, Sonic was already fast enough to outspeed stopped time.
Sonic Man. About this. Like I said, Capcom wanted another reboot with Sega and Archie called Worlds Unite, where Mega Man and Sonic characters team up with Sega and Capcom characters to stop Sigma, the main villain from Mega Man X. He managed to get Dr. Robot, Dr. Eggman, and Wily to capture Sonic and Mega Man. With the help of the Deadly Six, Sonic is roboticized for the first time in the reboot with Mega Man upgrades. And he was sent to fight Mega Man's allies, and Mega Man was sent to fight Sonic's allies. And the moment these two work together, we get their bodies back. Yes, Sigma was the main threat in this crossover. It was crazy.
Let me say that again. Time was frozen.
Yeah, Flashman, the robot master in the Mega Man series, can stop time. And Sonic can still move around in the Archie universe.
And Sonic could still move. What the hell?
Naturally, Supersonic.
It was confirmed by the writers Ian Flynn, Ian Flynn, the freelance writer, that Sonic broke out of time with speed alone and not by imminent time manipulation. So if you freeze Archie Sonic by stopping time, Archie Sonic can still move around at high speeds with his own speed by alone. Archie Sonic is the most powerful version of Sonic there is. And the closest up there is probably Movie Sonic and Game Sonic. Movie Sonic and Game Sonic on a whole other level. It's just that Archie Sonic is more powerful.
Sonic and Super Silver should both be faster than this.
Yes.
But as calculating speed requires a factor of time, and this feat removes time from the equation entirely, this means Super Silver's speed is incalculable.
Yes.
His speed is faster than time itself permits speed to be.
Stupid.
That's
It is.
Archie Sonic.
Hardly a super form's most impressive.
Yeah, Tails in the Archie universe gets a form called Turbo Tails, where he gets a cape like a superhero. Tails gets a cape like some kind of superhero in this universe.
Feat though.
This scene where Tails and Shadow summon all the Chaos Emeralds in the universe and trap them in the Zone of Silence, which became the Special Zone, ruled by a giant panda named Feast. He's no longer canon, so Feast does not exist at all. He never was canon in the video games. So Feast turned all those Chaos Emeralds into just 7 Chaos Emeralds with their own color.
There have been a few occasions where the Archie Sonic multiverse has been completely demolished and
Mammoth Mongol destroyed an entire universe.
restored, and each one used the same chaos powers.
And Knuckles did the same thing as well. He kept Archie Silver's feats. He kept pace with Sonic the Hedgehog. He immobilized Vile from the Mega Man universe, Mega Man X, lifted hundreds of tons of rocks and metal, survived being hit by Angel Island itself, where Dark Interjack threw Angel Island at Silver, and Silver survived it. Resisted the Ifrit he restrained the Ifrit from destroying the from the world-destroying monster. The Ifrit is the Firebird monster from Sonic Rivals. That creature appeared in the Archie universe. That thing can mind control you into fighting each other and can destroy the worlds. And he lives in a fiery place, just like Iblis from Sonic 06, basically. So that thing made appearance in Sonic Rivals and Sonic Rivals 2, to be precise. He has saved the main Planet Mobius timeline, the light future timeline where King Sonic and Queen Sally, and the dark Mobius timeline where Interjack took over the world, and the anti-Mobius timeline where Scourge is. He has defeated Solaris, Mecha Sally, where Sally was roboticized. Silver managed to knock Mecha Sally out, so she won't try to kill Sonic and the others. The Second Devourer. The Second Devourer is a revenant of the Time Eater from Sonic Generations. Yeah, the Second Devourer, Silver defeated it in the reboot timeline where the game elements and Sadium and Adventures live on, and defeated Interjack.
Super Silver possesses.
I'm sorry, this
Most
is longer
notable,
than
of
I
course, was when
expected,
Super
but hey, I'm
Sonic
talking
teamed
a
up
lot
with
here.
Super Mega Man to counter the Super Genesis
Yes, Sonic and Mega Man. The first time Mega Man goes super with the Chaos Emeralds.
wave.
Which complete.
This scene here is Mecha Sally, where Sally and Sonic where Sally was roboticized by Robotnik's roboticizer. Sonic tries to save her. Robotnik wanted to use the Chaos Emeralds to rewrite history, where a world ruled by Robotnik, where Sonic and Sally are roboticized, but that never happened, thank goodness, which created the reboot.
Rewrote all of time and space.
Luckily, despite
Yeah,
being
Super
right at
Genesis
ground
Wave
zero,
is the cause of this.
the super forms were immune.
This scene right here, Mega Man gets to restore his world, but Sonic wasn't able to do it correctly because of Eggman interfered, because in Eggman's own world, if I can't have a universe in my own way, I'll make sure you'll never have a universe at all, you blue rodent.
To the Super Genesis Wave's reality warping power, giving Sonic and Mega Man
Sonic was later reset due to Sonic later reset the entire universe of his timeline due to Eggman's interference. But the Super Genesis Wave erased the universe around Super Sonic and Mega Man before they controlled Chaos Control.
Man the time they needed to save the entire multiverse.
Oh no, what about.
Yes, even Spawn.
Oh, thanks, Satan.
Yes.
But even in this,
When Sonic tries to restore his universe, the only universes that exist is his universe, where the Freedom Fighters, the Sadium characters, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and the game timeline exists. It also, as well as Blaze the Cat's dimension, and apparently Sonic Boom's dimension, apparently, and their connection to Mega Man still exists, surprisingly due to the whole universe cracking up, and the reboot timeline happens to have the Sonic Unleashed story arc. So Scourge's universe in the old timeline was erased thanks to Eggman
brave
interfering
new world, Silver
with Super
was
Sonic.
nothing short of a hero.
As long as this.
He's a
Dorothy
hero in both
Hedgehog
the
is
main-
around to keep
both
up the
reboot
good fight,
and
even
before the
darkest
reboot timeline.
will have a silver lining.
Okay, that was enough.
I thought we agreed to put that jungle business behind us. It was mating season. How could I have known she was your sister? How long have you two been standing there?
Too long.
Thank goodness. That was a long talk. I'm sorry, guys. I had to talk a lot and explain a lot
It's
that these
time
guys don't
for
focus
a
on yet.
battle
Let's get on to the battle.
through time.
No more timing. No more stopping. Battle it now. Oh, nice. All right, Silver, what you got for us? Come on. All right.
You're under arrest for unsanctioned time travel.
That's Kaiser.
Seriously? This is what I do.
That's Kaiser's voice. They got Kaiser's echo from Team 4-Star. Oh, Warp Ring. Brought to his timeline. Brought to his world. Silver can throw that back at you. Meteor Smash. That's not gonna work, buddy. Super Saiyan 2. Oh, Chaos Emeralds already?
You see? It's no use.
Rip off.
Rip off. Like father like son, Vegeta said, wow, what a rip off.
You have no idea who you're dealing with?
What's this?
Behold the true power I possess.
Wow, what a ripoff. Ah, crap baskets.
Team 4-Star. Throw a moon at him.
Oh, yeah. Come on, give me a good pull. Good enough.
What's wrong? Which card you got? Oh, Goku, GT Goku in Pan. I guess he doesn't like those. What? They're out. Oh yeah, Super Silver can do that. This is surprisingly hype. I like this. Nice. Oh, he's going Super Saiyan God. Okay. There we go. Super Saiyan God Trunks is not holding back.
Now to shut you down for good.
Uh-oh. That might do it. But he's in his super form, right? Oh, crap. I'm guessing time is going crazy here. Eternal Time Labyrinth and Chronos Control at the same time. You're still in your super form.
I don't think we're in Mobius anymore.
No, you're not. You're not on Mobius.
This is it, Time Hawk.
Time lock.
The end of your future.
I told you.
Uh-oh. Time Stone. The power of the Time Stone came out on top. Oh, snap. Oh. Whoa. He erased him from existence. And Silver goes back to his crappy timeline again.
KO! Oh, come on! Trunks is way past cooler than Furry Kyle Reese.
It is.
Furry Kyle Reese. Oh man, it is. I bet you wonder, why does Silver's super form last this long? Well, in the Archie universe, Supersonic's super forms do last longer than his game counterpart. So the same thing do apply for Archie Silver. Remember, this isn't the Silver from the video games. This is from the Archie comics.
It's hard to imagine Trunks losing to anyone. However, Silver
Yes.
ironically had just about everything he needed to put the Half Saiyan 6 feet under.
Pretty much.
First off, time travel wasn't.
Okay, Trunks' advantages. Trunks is way stronger and faster than base Silver. His Key Sword can counter time manipulation, and is more versatile and has a more versatile arsenal to summon. His most disadvantage, most attacks can be countered. Silver the Hedgehog advantages. He is stronger and faster than Trunks in his super form because Chaos Energy is far more powerful and it's unlimited power. You can see Archie Sonic versus Wally West. Archie Sonic is probably one of the most powerful characters in the Archie universe. That Wally West is probably the only character who can beat Archie Sonic, and has unlimited power. So Super Silver having unlimited power and speed and strength is what gave him the advantage here. He can redirect most of Trunks' attacks with his psychokinesis. He'd done so before against Interjack in the comic books. But people don't know that because they don't read comics. They only think Silver would win because animation, anime, blowing up planets is far superior. I can blow up this planet. Sure, but there are plenty of other characters who can counter that. Can disable Trunks' technology with his psychokinesis, that is true. Has superior control over the battlefield. Silver can pretty much control the environment. His disadvantage, his super forms, he has a shorter super form duration. Got it.
Wasn't much of a factor, since they were both pretty well versed in it. Either way, Silver's psychokinesis could disrupt tech like the Hero Switch and the Time Travel Armband,
right,
leaving Trunks without his gadgets and primary method of hopping through time.
Let's be frank, in base form, Silver never stood a chance at
No, he does not. If Silver was in his base form, he would lose.
Matching Trunks with his own power.
He's
Even
lucky.
super form,
He's lucky that Super Silver lasts longer than his game counterpart.
it's questionable whether or not Super Silver had the physical ability to match Super Saiyan Trunks. In short, it
is stated in the Sonic, in your super form, you are invincible. You basically cannot die. You basically cannot die. You have unlimited power and you're invincible. So Archie's universe followed that rule as well.
Practically impossible to lock down exact numbers and limits for their power levels.
So Trunks could have probably taken a win if he found an opening, but Silver's psychic powers have worked around similar disadvantages before. Interjack was way stronger than him, could match the power.
Interjack, yes. And keep in mind, if you read the comic books, Supersonic fought Knuckles when Knuckles was Interjack as well. When Finitivus turned Knuckles into Interjack against his will, Supersonic used the Master Emerald to go. Sonic used the Master Emerald to go Supersonic in the Archie comics. Knuckles, as Interjack, shot a powerful energy attack that can destroy a planet, and Supersonic stood there like it was nothing to him. So the same thing would apply for Super Silver. While in base form, Silver uses his psychokinesis to briefly restrain Super Scourge, the evil Supersonic, and dark version of Supersonic, despite having a large power gap. He was managed to control him temporarily until Sonic found a way to stop Super Scourge.
Power of Supersonic and conquered all of Mobius, but Silver could consistently Uno reverse card his attacks back at him, and he wasn't even super at that time.
Correct.
Trunks was
He
obviously
can throw
much
his
faster
attacks
than
back
Goku's
at you.
trip to hell. He could easily be sextillions or septillions of times faster than light, maybe even more. However, by the very nature of Dragon Ball powers, his speed must have a limit, even if it is impossible to know an exact number given what we've seen.
But Archie's super forms have consistently shown incalculable.
Yeah, Archie Sonic characters, if they get super forms, their speed are incalculable. It's impossible to measure their speed. Their speed is unlimited.
Speeds. Sure, Goku broke through Hit's time skip, but that actually has nothing to do with speed.
As explained by
Pretty
Whis,
much.
the effectiveness of time manipulation in the world of Dragon Ball depends on the difference in power level.
Hit skills are only effective against opponents who are near his below level of power. The higher the power level, the stronger you are. Goku's power has become far more superior that of Hit's in the manga.
Level between the caster and their target, such as when Kranoa attempted a time stop on Mira and failed due to Mira's energy being stronger.
Yes, Kranoa tries to use time manipulation powers on Mira. Mira has stolen so much energy from warriors by messing up the timeline. Mira can just overpower her. And Nylon, he dealt with that problem before.
Xeno versus Goku has also mentioned how increasing his energy affects space and time around
Pretty
him.
much.
In any other matchup, this
Xeno-
would be
Xeno
totally
Goku
buck
is
wild
crazy
itself.
powerful.
But no, Archie super forms just have to break time itself.
Yes.
It's also difficult to put an exact number on Trunks' maximum level of power.
Yeah, power levels in Dragon Ball superheroes and Xenoverse are complicated. They're just thrown out they're just everywhere. They come up with so many random transformations, like Dark Super Saiyan Rage Goku's, Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta with Ultra Instinct aura. It's crazy.
The strongest beings in his continuity can affect his
While the number of records in the timeline of the Dragon Ball is infinite, based on the Scrolls of Eternity, the Xenoverse has infinite parallel timelines such as Parallel Quests and the infinite history of the DLC of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
entire multiverse, which has infinite timelines plus the crack of time outside. In contrast, chaos magic wielded by a super form like Supersonic can rewrite the infinite timelines in Archie Sonic's multiverse.
Yes, if you have all 7 Chaos Emeralds in the Archie universe and Robotnik puts them all in the Super Genesis wave, he can rewrite the entire multiverse, not just Sonic's multiverse, but Mega Man's multiverse, as well as other Archie character multiverses and Spawn's multiverse with the Chaos Emeralds, because they are unlimited power source.
Plus the extra-dimensional realms outside, like the Chaos Force, Pocket Zones, Mega Man's own infinite universe, and yes, possibly even a multiverse with Spawn.
Yes.
The scope of Dragon Ball's cosmic scale
So, we're talking about a multiverse that is far bigger than the Dragon Ball multiverse, as Archie Sonic can affect other multiverses, not just its own.
simply does not compare.
Due to the
Let's
writers of
Sonic,
Archie.
Silver spent many years being trained how to use chaos magic
That
by
is
the
true.
guy who invented it. Hell, if Mega Man could rewrite reality just minutes after learning he could even use the Chaos Emeralds,
And he's a robot.
Imagine what craziness
Mega Man's a
Silver could
robot.
pull off.
Trunks' best chance was the Key Sword's ability to nullify powers, like it did to Mechikabura. However, the Super Genesis Wave explicitly could not rewrite the presence of Super Sonic or Super Mega Man, despite
is
being able to
true.
rewrite even.
So, if the multiverse is messed up, and the multiverse is messed up, Super Sonic and Super Mega Man are not affected by it. So the Key Sword does not affect Super Silver. It would have worked on Silver if he was not in his super form.
Even the extra-dimensional chaos force from whence it came. It's likely Silver's super form could resist the Key Sword, at
Yes.
least for a time.
It
Ultimately,
temporarily
while there are
protected
many
Silver,
versions
so
of this
Silver
battle
took
where
that
Trunks
advantage.
Can win, Silver's superior abilities close out a victory more often than not.
Pretty
To
much.
make things brief, Silver was just hogging the spotlight.
The winner is Silver the Hedgehog.
Congratulations, Archie Silver the Hedgehog.
Hey, if you want more Death Metal ASAP,
You did something that Archie
membership,
Sonic
you'll
didn't
get
do.
exclusive emotes, badges,
Win
live
against
chat,
a-
live streams,
win
and
against a
bunch
powerful
of
character.
behind-the-scenes stuff. Just click
All
that
right,
join
who's
button.
next?
Thanks for watching.
Hold Your Breath Chronicles. Was under the sea. What the? Ah! Well, looks like Silver wins this. Wow, and we're gonna have SpongeBob SquarePants versus Aquaman from the Super Friends version, the weakest version of Aquaman, battle to the death. I guess that was a fun battle. What were your thoughts on this, Nylon? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Trunks. Although I'm kind of disappointed in Trunks a little bit, but hey, that was a good fight. I'm not too mad about it. So Trunks gave it his all. He just came back. Trunks just came. I can hear him right now. Trunks came back. He was disappointed at the outcome because he was watching his counterpart of all these powers battle to the death against his Silver Hedgehog. But yeah, it was a fun battle. I'm not too mad. Oh, I'm glad you're a good sport about it. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Next death battle is SpongeBob versus Aquaman from the Super Friends. That's gonna be a fun battle, and that's gonna be a funny battle. Anywho, what were your thoughts on this? I'm sorry this was longer than I thought, but hey, long videos are better. Anywho, take care, have a great day, be safe, and more importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later, and make sure to wash your hands. Also, a special thank you for all the members of my Patreon. Special shout out, you know who you are. There's a list right here. Some of you are members of the Patreon, some of you are not, are just following. But to those who are members of Patreon, you know who you are. I want to say thank you guys for all of your support. And to the newest member, Odd Eyes Masters 12, thank you for being a member of my Patreon. You're the current newest one right now so far. I want to say thank you guys. You guys are the best. Take care, and I look forward to the next video reacting with you guys.
All comes down to this one penalty kick. Can the young woman break the glass ceiling and prove once and for all that a female can be just as good an athlete as a male?
You know, Amy, anytime someone calls attention to the breaking of gender rules, it ultimately undermines the concept of gender equality by implying that this is an exception and not the status quo. What? Just because I'm a meathead doesn't mean I'm not a feminist.